Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot. My name is Carol and this is a general reading for July 2024. And so Sagittarius, we're going to be doing the Hermit's Lantern reading today. And it really is a excellent reading to take a deep dive into your shadow. And as you notice, it is the first thing that comes out where I say what's coming out to heal. So if you are unfamiliar with the term shadow or shadow work, I will leave a video for you in the description box below, and it's called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work. It's a video that I've done on my other channel that deals with a lot of mental health videos, and that channel is called Carol Cares. And so this particular video is about facing your own shadow, and it just really tells you how to do it, and it'll give you some excellent tips on there, and everything on there is free, and I give you some more links to other videos. So it's a good video if you want help facing your own shadow. And then I'm going to look at what is the origin of what's coming up in your shadow. So that just digs just a little bit deeper, gives me more clarity. Then in number 3, I want to know how this is showing up in your daily life, because if you don't deal with what's sitting in your shadow, your unconscious, it's going to continue to push its way forward and spill over into all your relationships in your daily life. And so this is what we're looking at, is what's coming up right now from it to heal. And then how can you heal this? So the tarot is going to give you some guidance on how you can start to heal it. And then what's really nice is I'm going to look at, once you start to heal that, like how will it change your life? And I think that's important, because sometimes we can get really frustrated on this healing journey. So I'll show you how that will change. Well, the tarot will show me, and I'll tell you. So I'm going to use today we're going to start off by using the Tarot of the Abyss, and I'm going to ask the tarot for the 5 cards, and then we're going to clarify it with the Rider-Waite deck, and then I'll pull an oracle card from the Sacred Creators Oracle at the end. Yeah, so let's get started. With what's coming up from Sagittarius's shadow to heal. If I can have 1 card, please. Looks like 1 flipped, I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. The 2 of Pentacles. That's what's coming up for you to heal. And what's its origin? Oh, 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. And number 3, how is it showing up in Sagittarius's daily life? You have the 7 of Wands in reverse, and then you have the 8 of Pentacles. Number 4, how can Sagittarius heal this? How can Sagittarius heal this? The King of Cups. And in the middle, how's your life going to start to change once you do the work? Ooh, there's a lot here. There's 1 here that came up as well. Okay, so let's see. Got a little bit of a story. Let's spread these out right here. So you have the 9 of Swords. And then you have the Knight of Cups. And you have the Ace of Swords. And the Chariot card. Wow. Okay. They're talking. The tarot is talking today. I'm going to be honest with you. I started out with Light Seers Tarot, and it was just... It was too much. Too many cards were coming out. It was spilling over, and I thought, I can't. It's not the deck for me today. So, but then, now this is happening. So it seems like it's ready to talk today. So let's clarify. I'm not sure I need to clarify the middle part, but let's see. See if anything comes out. So let's start off with this 2 of Pentacles right here. clarify the Two of Pentacles. Oops. I think I need to shuffle it one more time and then we're good. All right, tell me some more, Tarot, about this Two of Pentacles here. What can you tell me about this Two of Pentacles? Woo. You get the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And see if there's anything else that needs to come out for the Two of Pentacles. The Hermit. Three of Swords. Give me some more information on the Three of Swords, please. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. That's interesting. You have three swords here for what the origin of it is. Three swords. Okay, over here, how's it showing up in Sagittarius's daily life? So I think I will clarify that. If it wants to, maybe one or two more cards. I'm not sure if it, oh, there we go. One that kind of slipped out here. We have the Hierophant card. Hierophant card. And the King of Cups. Can you give me some more information about this king here? There's one card. Anything else want to come out? There we go. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm going to leave the middle part here because I have four cards here. So I'm thinking that's enough. If it's, I can always clarify it. Good. So, and then we have an Oracle card at the end. So let's start off with, I want to start off with this card that's sitting right here. And this is the Empress card. So Sagittarius, this is July 2024. In January 2024, I put out my yearly readings, and they're in my description box if you want to look at yours. And in that, I have 12 cards that I pulled out for you. And the card that you have for July is the Empress. Beautiful card. It's a major arcana card, number 3. She's the second half of the feminine energy in the major arcana. The other one is the High Priestess, number 2. She, the Empress, represents the body. She loves the body. She lives everything, all her experiences through her body. So that means she's not afraid to get still, and she's not afraid to feel those emotions and to feel her way through. I mean, when we start to get into the body and ground into the body, that's when we get in touch with our intuition. Everybody has an intuition. So she represents, everything to do with the body and getting back into your body. And that's your overriding energy for July 2024. So we'll make some reference back to that if we see it coming up here. So what's coming up from your shadow? That's wanting healing here. Well, you begin with the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles speaks about kind of like this juggling act that's going on right now. And so I'm seeing here that there's some real turbulent times, chaotic times that are coming up in your shadow here. I mean, this individual is really trying to, almost like if you look at it, it looks like the individual's a bit dizzy. And sometimes that can be some dissociation, only because especially if, and I can see that it might be coming up here with the King, but we'll see. Because sometimes when you have something that's coming up from your shadow to heal, our ego self tends to push that down and kind of keep us dissociated or distracted. This can be a card of a lot of distraction here. So from your shadow, I'm seeing that there's some real rumblings, chaotic things that are coming up here. And the Page of Pentacles explains it. The Page of Pentacles sitting right behind it. And the Page of Pentacles is our inner child. We have 4 pages in the deck, and all of them, when they come up, is an inner child. We can have more than one inner child. I know mainstream psychology likes to say we just have an inner child, but I've been on this journey for, intensively for a while now, and I have more than one inner child that needs healing. And so this is the very young part of you, 4, 5, 6 years old, that needs healing, holding a lot of pain here. And this is the younger part that knows everything about getting back in our body, that really lives from a place of being grounded. And I think here why it's coming up is because there's seems to be because it's sitting right behind that 2 of Pentacles, like I said, and I didn't mention the word ungrounded, and I apologize, but with the 2 of Pentacles, because you're feeling this chaotic coming up here, there seems to be some real ungroundedness coming up here. Probably you're probably feeling it in your life, and that's why the Empress is sitting here. She's talking about getting back in your body, how important it's going to be this month. The Hermit card comes in here, so the Hermit is coming up here because it's shining a light. I mean, this whole reading is the Hermit's lantern. So the Hermit here, interesting that it's come up because it really wants you to shine a light on this inner child that's wanting to be healed for you this month. This chaos, it could have been the situation that your inner child lived in when they were younger. And so maybe they're coming up to tell you about something that's, needs healing from their perspective. There's an inner child that does need healing. So let's get some clarification on all of this. And what's the origin of this? Well, 3 of Swords comes up, and there's a heck of a lot of pain here. Your inner child has a lot of pain. And you can see here that these 3 swords at the bottom, these are the 3 swords that pierced your heart. These, you have Swords energy in this whole section right here. So it's really important that we talk about Swords energy. Swords is our mental thoughts. It's our mental energy. It's everything that people told us about ourselves. That's what the sword is. And so we're dealing with, what you've been told when you were younger. We're dealing with your belief systems about yourself, how you feel about yourself because of what people told you. Now, you can see here that here you are, this card talks about, staying up at night. And what it really means is if you look at these swords right here, each one of these swords is representing things that you've been told about yourself. You're a piece of shit. You can't do this. You're not allowed to do this. All those things that people told us about ourselves when we were younger that referred to, gave us that sense of who you are. And it really is a false sense of who you are. It's not the real you here. But, it's in reverse here, because I think when I see that in reverse and it's coming up from your shadow, I can see that there's this real pushing down of not wanting to deal with it, a real resistance to dealing with this pain of your inner child right here. And, this in an upright position, this is the next sword card, and it is the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords talks about how we feel that we see no way out of this. And the thing is here is that, when you were a child, you had no way out. You absolutely had no way out. And so when this comes up as an adult for us to heal, when this inner child is coming up for us to heal, and we actually feel this in our daily life that we're not seeing a way out right now. And you could be sitting in some real hopelessness here, because I see this in reverse. It's really taken a toll on you where you're seeing no way out. But what you need to remember is that you're an adult now. When you were 4, 5, 6 years old, there was no way out for you. But now you're an adult. There is a way out. You can turn this around. And this is what, the shadow is all about. When these things come up and they show up in our life, And it is a reflection of what happened to us when we were younger. But you can heal this now. You can deal with this. And so whatever situation you're sitting in your daily life, and we're going to look at how is this situation showing up in your daily life. This Eight of Swords says, when you were younger, you couldn't deal with it. You can now. So in your life right now, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse here. The Seven of Wands speaks about this individual who is very much someone who feels like they're not supported, not validated. On this journey, it feels very much alone sometimes. And so I'm seeing here that you're very much feeling unsupported and not validated. But, it's in reverse here. So I'm seeing here, I'm wondering, if you're just kind of thinking that is the way it's going to be. It's like you've given up. You've really given up because you're feeling so alone and so unsupported right now. And you see no way out because you didn't see a way out when you were younger, and now you don't see a way out. Eight of Pentacles comes here and it's in reverse. Eight of Pentacles speaks about a job. So I'm wondering if you're in a job situation, where you see no way out of this, because it's in reverse as well. You just feel like you're stuck. You are stuck in a particular job situation, whether it's a job you've been in for a long time and you don't see any way out of leaving it because you know you need to, but you don't. Maybe you've been struggling with finding your purpose and finding something that you want to do. And you just think, well, sometimes we can think, well, we're too old, or why start now? I am a retired teacher and I'm doing this tarot channel, and it hasn't come like that. It's something that I've had to work through and work at. But I'm hoping that it is part of my purpose and what I'm here to do. And so, this is your workspace here. There's something going on. Maybe you've been in a job where you felt like this is what you've just always done it, like maybe it's something, could be something family related where you've just kind of carried on. It just kind of got handed down to you. But the Hierophant card comes up here. And I'm kind of wondering here about this job situation, because maybe I'll pull another card. But the Hierophant card speaks about the way that we were wired. This papal individual is teaching, telling, spewing out all his wisdom to people that are going to listen. And this is kind of talks about when we were younger and how we would have learned certain things. And when we were younger, we were sponges, and it's what we learned, right? So we learned certain things that kind of shaped us and wired us into the way that we were thinking here. And so I think the Hierophant card is coming up here as something that's kind of saying, maybe this job situation, maybe it's a health situation you're into. I mean, it's the Pentacles, but the Eight of Pentacles usually refers to like a job situation that you're in where you really are enjoying yourself and feeling like this is your purpose. This is what you're supposed to do. But like I said, it's in reverse, so it's not really. So this Hierophant saying, okay, so what are your beliefs here? What have you been wired to believe about the fact that you can't quit your job and go get another job, or you need to stay in this job for some reason? Or what sort of belief systems do you have around this? I'm going to pull one more card just to clarify. See if I can get, something else that tells me about this situation that you're sitting here. If it's, and you get the Star card here. And the Star card talks about healing, but it talks about like a lot of emotions here coming up, because this individual is very vulnerable and dipping their toes into the water here. Water is emotion. So this is a very emotional time for you right now. A lot of emotions. Like, you're probably all over the place, and I would imagine that you're spinning a lot in your head because your shadow came up here. That's has to do with all your mental activity that's going on in your head. And so I would imagine here that this is showing up in your situation, in your daily life, where just a lot of spinning, a lot of emotions, sort of a bit out of control and not knowing what to do. And that's where this month, this Empress comes in here, where, she's very grounded. She's very much in her body. And so there's a real pull here I can see for you to get back into your body, because you have so many of emotions and so many mental thoughts that are showing up for you. So how can you heal this? What's the Tarot's advice here? Well, first of all, you need to become aware of the King of Cups that's showing up in your life right now. The King of Cups is, he's the king of our emotions, right? But here's the thing about the king. He's the masculine side of us. He's the part of us that we all have a masculine part and we have a feminine part. It doesn't matter what gender you are. So he's the part of you that is your ego self. And your ego self, what does your ego self think about your emotions? Well, your ego self says, don't you dare go near those emotions. Don't touch them. Don't touch those emotions. They're dangerous. And so you have to be really aware of what your ego self is going to tell you, because here I'm telling you to get back into your body. I'm saying it's time for you to start to ground so that you can start to feel some of these emotions, so you can start to heal. You can start to heal, some of this child, this Page of Pentacles that talks about your body and everything to do with your body and getting back into it. And so you can start to heal and come to a conclusion about your workspace and what's going on here to help you out. But the king is saying, no, don't even touch those. And then you get the Six of Pentacles right behind it. And, not the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. You have cup cards. You have two cup cards coming up right behind this. Kind of interesting, because in your area of how can you heal this, it's all cups. You have all swords over here in your origin, shadow origin, and now you have all cups. Well, how do you heal these mental thoughts that's spinning in your head? You feel your emotions. You get back into your body. But like I said, ego self doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Six of Cups in reverse here. Well, the Six of Cups is the card about, sixes in my deck have a duality to them. And in this one, you have an older child giving a cup sharing a cup with a younger child. This is the inner child card for me, the Six of Cups. And this is where, you're giving. You're going to give to your child. And we're going to do that by listening to our child. We're going to do that by hearing what they have to say and hearing their pain and feeling the feelings that they felt when they were younger, when they went through this chaotic situation themselves, of this pain that's coming up when you were younger about, things that you were told about yourself. This Six of Cups here is in reverse. And so, the king doesn't want anything to do with the inner child, wouldn't want you to take time to get in touch with what your inner child wants to say, because inner children hold all of our emotions. King of Cups doesn't want that, and that's why it's blocked. It's in reverse because your ego self is blocking that. And so the next card that comes up is the Seven of Cups in reverse. And the Seven of Cups speaks about a lot of things here. A lot of distractions going on here. And to me, when this comes up with, because this is a healing channel, I see this Seven of Cups. It talks about just a lot of things on offer, a lot of things going on. And sometimes it can speak to me of kind of feeling quite dissociated, very much out of your body. It's in reverse here. So you're not dealing with these, emotions. Cups are emotions. So there's a real blocking here from your ego self to deal with this. I think I need one more card here for you. Just one more card to, how can you begin to heal this here? Because your ego self is really blocking this, I can see. Well, you have the Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen is the feminine aspect of ourself. The King is the ego self, and the Queen is the feminine side, like I said. So, and the Empress is the feminine side here. So you have this feminine energy wanting to come in here. And the Wand speaks about taking your life, making that step for yourself, right? Because I see here that you need to make some kind of decision here, some step for yourself as far as maybe your workplace that's going on. But she's coming in here to help you. The Queen of Wands says, she's all about purpose. She's all about getting, back into your body and feeling, and so you can take your life into the direction you want to go in. But she's blocked as well. And so I'm wondering if maybe there's some real, you might be feeling some hopelessness. You might be feeling some anger, because when she's blocked by our ego self, she's feeling anger. You might have some anger that maybe needs to come out. Sometimes that helps us get at our inner child, because the inner child will carry those feelings of grief and of shame inside of us. Because especially if you're dealing with like some swords mental energy, where you were told certain things you weren't allowed to do. Sometimes there can be some shame there, but there's some grieving that also has to take place. So how is your life going to change once you start getting back into your body, focusing on grounding, really, really focus on grounding so you can get in touch with those emotions, get in touch with what that child that needs to heal has to say to you. And so how will your life change once you do that? Well, here's the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is all about, again, it comes up, you've had it over here. So I'm seeing here that this Nine of Swords that was in reverse is now showing up as something that comes up here in an upright position. And so how is your life going to change? Well, there's going to be a bit of a change once you get back into your body and out of your head. There's going to be a bit of a change here with these Nine of Swords that are showing up, that you've been feeling up in your head so much, because the Knight of Cups is a freedom card. It's our freedom fighter. They want freedom, freedom, freedom to feel their emotions, to have, like authentic relationships. They want freedom just to be able to feel again. So I think once you, like I said, deal with these emotions in your head, this freedom, this to be able to feel is going to come up for you. And you're going to get the Ace of Swords coming up for you. This is beautiful. A new beginning. And it's a sword card. You see, so that this is all about this Nine of Swords and what you've been thinking about yourself. Well, this is a new way to think about yourself. It's not going to be about what people told you about yourself. It's now going to be a new offer from the universe, a new beginning. It's going to be this sort of authenticity. It's going to be who you truly are. Once you can start to heal and feel what your inner child feels about themselves, you're going to start to find out who you really are under all of those belief systems that have been doing you in. And then the Chariot card comes. And that's when you talk about real movement. You have this individual that's trying to guide these chariot, these two geese with their mind, being stuck up in their head and trying to control everything with their mind. When you try to control everything with your mind and when you're stuck up in your head, your body is really ignored. And you eventually hit the wall, like I feel like you're hitting right now, as you're hitting the wall with this situation. But this Chariot card has come in at the end here, and it's promising you some movement, but not physical movement. It's promising you some movement, some inner movement, where you're really going to start making decisions and discovering your body and finding that, you know what? Yeah, when you go into your body and you're going to meet some emotions for sure, but when you start to feel those, that's when you start freeing up yourself, freeing up your mind that has been really wreaking havoc on your life, when you live up in your head. So that's your reading for this month. You know, really focusing on. Before I get into your oracle card that I'm going to pick for you right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with grounding videos and some videos on grounding, and I think I'm going to leave you with some videos on how to process your emotions, because you know what? There's going to be some, grounding and processing your emotions is what I'll leave you with, because there's going to be emotions coming up. So you got to know what to do with those when they come up. So let me just shuffle these for a minute, but there's one that, I haven't asked to pick one yet. So here, we're going to pick one of these for you. There we go. Oh, wow. Fall in love with your own story. Whoa. You know, that's interesting, because here you are with, you know, I'm sure you're probably looking at your own story right now going like, how can I fall in love with my own story when it's this tough? There's been a lot of mental energy in this going on. Our stories have power. They shape our understanding of who we are and what we can do. And when we get them right and totally love our own story, magic happens. The story that has the most hold on your life is the one that you tell yourself every single day. It runs on autopilot, and I think that's what's been happening here about this story that you've been telling yourself. And it convinces you of your lucky or unlucky circumstances, your amazing or mediocre abilities, your strengths and weaknesses. And it assures you that money is easy to make, or that you need to suffer and work hard before it can arrive. It includes a lot of shoulds, and it's mega powerful because it informs your perception of reality while solidifying subconscious beliefs. As it's both a powerful gateway to the incredible and a powerful weaver of truthless shadows, it's time to be mindful of the story you are telling yourself. If it needs a rewrite, edit its message to share the most powerful parts of who you are. And that's what I feel, is that you are going to be starting to rewrite this story that you have told yourself in your head for too long now. And once you start grounding and getting back in your body, there's going to be a different story for you, because you got this Ace of Swords right here, which talks about your authenticity and who you really are. There's a different you under all this stuff that you've been telling yourself. And it's starting to bubble up for you to start to discover. And so that's going to be your beautiful story, the beautiful story of you. So take care, Sagittarius. I'll talk soon. And remember to have compassion for yourself for what you're working through. This is a difficult journey, but it's the most important journey of your life. Bye.